Right, just one big one so I can time it with it.
One big yanan.
Oh, I've pressed her.
You've pressed the button.
Why have I pressed a button? Why is it doing this?
Because you're an idiot. We're all synced up for this as well, so we can see what we want.
Yeah, right, everything's recording.
Give us a clap, Lee. Just a...
Episode 28, even though we refer to the episode itself as 27 because my privilege says I swapped them.
Okay.
You weren't here for the interview.
I was not.
Why?
Can't remember.
Because it was me and the boy, you div.
Oh, yeah.
So why are you here now?
Because you made me come. Here.
Okay.
I had to drive you here because at the minute you're...
there's a QR code on the little pictures that are normally on the front. I'll take to OnlyFans. Right.
I mean, it does, but I'm not there. No, I had to drive you here because of your shoulder.
Yes. Oh my God, my eyes are so itchy. Right, so our guest on this episode is Mitchell Starr.
Yes.
And during the episode, we were trying to figure out how long we've known each other. And I think even before, so he drove down the day before Body Slams to Cancer.
Yep.
We went for a meal, we went for a couple of drinks, spent a few hours away from wrestling just catching up. And yeah, none of us could figure out exactly how long we've known each other.
Years.
It's quite a while.
Years and years.
It's the first time that he's been up here, well, in a while. I mean, the last time he wrestled for us was 10 years ago at Body Slams to Cancer.
It was, yeah.
But it's we've seen him a couple of times, but it's the first proper time we've spent time away from wrestling with him since the accident, which we don't really talk about in the episode.
No.
So we're just going to quickly go over it because it is referred to, and it was referred to in your introduction from him at Body Slams to Cancer. So if you want to just quickly go over that, what we're referring to for anybody who didn't know.
Yeah, so December 1st last year, if I remember the date rightly, you were down in Colchester. We'd gone to take the steel cage, and it was SOS's steel cage, Christmas in a Cage, and you were in a tag match. You were tagging... Were you tagging with Lee or against Lee?
I was tagging with Franklin.
Yeah, so you were tagging with Franklin, and it was Joey Knight with Mitchell Starr, and you were doing a move that has been done thousands and thousands and thousands of times before, something that is so simple. So there was yourself, Franklin and Lee as part of the catch team on the outside.
Yep.
And Joey, as really regular move, jumped from the ring post to the outside, and you all went down, and all of a sudden it wasn't okay.
It wasn't okay.
It was not okay. And I remember watching from the merch table, and Thomas and Ian were like, "Oh, Mum, he's not got up yet." And I'm like, "I'll be fine. I'm sure it's just something like, you know, they like to waste some time on the outside, because why not?" And they're like, no, he really hasn't got up. And then after a few minutes, I was like, "Oh, no, he really hasn't got up." And I was starting to see some look of concern. Although apparently you threw up the X-ray and I did not see it. I don't know why I didn't see it, but I didn't. So went over to the ref.
Because you were busy looking at the referee because he's a handsome bastard.
I mean, he is, yes. So I went over to the ref and literally just said, "Real or work?" And he went, "Real." And my arse fell out at that point, because when you have somebody on the floor not moving... And I just went straight into nurse mode. That's what happened. And Lee told me that he could not feel anything from the neck down. And at this point, I'm like a swan, serene on the outside and paddling like fuck on the underneath, because I absolutely, and I said this to Lee when we met, I was really nervous. I was really, really nervous, because... it's probably one of the most serious things I've dealt with in my nursing career.
It's definitely the most serious thing I've had to deal with in wrestling.
Yeah. But at that point, I'm really glad that my skills kicked in, thank God. I didn't panic. On the inside I did, but on the outside I did not. And yeah, it turns out he had broken his neck.
Yep. Really
badly. And where he broke it, if we'd have moved him, like, what...
certain people had asked.
Yeah.
No one in the wrestling industry.
No one in the wrestling industry. I had to get quite angry. I said, on
Not as angry as I did with that motherfucker.
on no certain terms are we moving him before an ambulance gets here? Well, we've got a backboard. We can move him. I went, do you fucking know how to use it? No, right then, we're not. And if we had have moved him when they suggested it, it literally could have been a life ender because of where the break was, and that was really scary to me.
Yep.
So luckily, ambulance came. We got him sorted.
The wrong ambulance was flagged down.
Oh god, the wrong ambulance was flagged down.
The
yes.
back of the ambulance was covered in piss.
I mean, I'd like to add that we'd been waiting an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, the waiting times and stuff like that at the minute are horrific. But I tell you what, the one thing I do want to say is our son, Thomas, who had been doing his first response emergency care training because it's what he wanted to do, sat at Lee's head with his knees either side and held his head for that hour and a half. Didn't move. And just was so cool, calm and collected. And I'm so proud of him for that day. He literally knew what I needed when I needed it. And just amazing. Like, I've never been so proud of him. So, yeah, we got him onto the ambulance and away to hospital. And we got a phone call. I think it was about 3:30 in the morning.
It was a couple of hours into the journey. I mean,
Yeah.
we stopped and had a food, but that...
And a debrief
was the weirdest time we've ever sat and ate something.
Yeah. And we got the phone call to say that he was okay, but he had broken, I think it's C3,
Yeah,
which is up here, and a shard of the spinal bone. Oh, Jesus.
The
That's
bone was touching the spinal column.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so I'm glad that day that my instincts just took over.
Which shows the importance of having medical at ringside.
Yeah.
No matter how big the show is.
I mean, the thing is, right, is in wrestling, these moves are done all the time, and as somebody who's watching it, you don't always know if it's real or whatever.
Even when you're in there, sometimes you don't know what's...
No, you're
like,
questioning.
Like on the floor in that moment, I'm like, everyone okay? Like, just totally as I always do. And then I got a no from Franklin. I'm like, who's hurt? Lee. And at first I thought I was pulling my leg sort of thing. But then, oh shit.
No.
And again, like, you video, whenever you're there at my matches, you video them all just in case we don't get official footage.
Yeah.
For my own criticism, not to be released anywhere. So you can see I think you can see my panic quite clearly. But again, like, that's that. That the accident happened. Lee isn't the accident.
No.
Like, his strength coming out of that is incredible. Like, one of the first things I remember him saying is, I will be wrestling again.
Yeah.
And, the doctors, I remember he voice noted us saying the doctors have said he's going to be lucky to walk. And here we are, less than a year.
Yeah.
And he's been in the wrestling ring. Not wrestling, but he's been in a wrestling ring to do a speech at WAW, at SOS, and at Body Slams he came in to present the trophy, which people in the audience may not have known who he is, but Lee's travelled the world coaching wrestling, and he's just... he's not letting it stop him.
No. And I must admit, watching him like step between the ropes and present the trophy was just amazing. Just amazing. Because, and I actually said to him, I said, sorry, I'm about to embarrass you or something like that. And I had a little speech about him, and I think he told me to fuck off. Or call me a fucker, I can't remember, but either way. But just to see him like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
So if you train here regular, we will be bringing Lee up for a seminar, and I do highly recommend
Absolutely.
That you come along to it.
His knowledge is just...
Well, just watching the episode, you can see his passion for it as well.
Absolutely. And if you've got a coach that's got passion, then you've got a good coach.
Not always true.
No, I think you have.
You need to be passionate, but you can be passionate.
Oh, you can be passionate and shit, but I didn't mean it like that. You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
There are some coaches that should not be coaching, but anyway, we're talking about us and here.
But
so
yeah,
therefore...
I hope you enjoyed this episode with Lee. It was a lot of fun for Ian and me to sit down with him. And yeah.
Enjoy.
This week's episode of the Lad and Dad podcast is sponsored by Muscle Juice. Scan the QR code and type in FFW10 for your 10% discount. They are suppliers of energy drinks, flapjacks, protein mousse and all sorts of other wonderful supplements.
Welcome to episode 27, and that's how we start.
That is how we start.
Welcome back, because we've done an
I don't
intro.
know, you're filming
We're pre-recording as an intro, so welcome back.
So we're doing that? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we are. We spoke about it earlier.
I didn't listen
And
to you.
here we have a guest with us today. That's why we're doing 2 different clothing things and in different places and stuff. Mr. Mitchell Starr.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I am okay.
Good. Right, so we're just going to ask you to say a little bit about yourself for anybody who doesn't know who you are, and just fill them in.
Yeah, Am I looking in this camera? Am I looking at you?
You can look at the camera, you can look at us, whichever you're most comfortable with.
I'll look at you guys. Yeah.
Just do
I
it.
am... No, I won't. I'll look at the camera. Yeah, so I'm Mitchell Starr. I have been wrestling for... It would be my 16th year, but currently on an extended hiatus. I have wrestled, everywhere pretty much now. And that's me. Like, what else do you want to know?
Anything. Anything you're happy to talk about.
I need questions. Like, I can't just roll stuff off, otherwise I feel really egotistical.
Okay, so as you're starting your journey, ask questions that you think people starting a journey would like to know.
So, Mitchell Starr.
Yes.
How does that come together? The character of Mitchell Starr.
But it started off as generic bad guy in leather trench coat. Like, I was a huge Edge fan growing up. I started off just leather trench coat. General, don't like me.
Yeah.
And then it was actually on the holiday camps. The first one that I done something a bit different on was actually the Cleethorpes, Thorpe Park camp.
Yeah.
Not far from here. And yeah, I made like a Ric Flair. It was really shit. It looked like a Nan's dressing gown. Nan's dressing gown with a literal card factory feather boa. Like £1 feather boa sellotaped to it. And it was like, let's do a Ric Flair-y thing. And it was just on the camps. It kind of grew and grew from there into what is now... I don't know, I don't like to call it drag as such, because I feel like that demeans drag artists, because they put so much effort into actually, trying to look somewhat female, whereas mine's just a bloke in a wig, old school drag. I look like a clown. Yeah, and it's just old school bloke in a wig. Heel is being a sassy little twat, and face is just, it's hard. It was quite a slow transition. It wasn't like one day just, oh hey, I am now gonna do this flamboyant thing. It was just on the camps, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point, but hand on heart, anyone in wrestling, at least on the British scene, it's the best place for learning all sorts of stuff. And the gimmick just developed match after match. When you're wrestling, obviously, like 10, 15 matches a week, you get to go, let's try this, not just with what you're doing in the ring, but like gimmick and character. And I just kept trying it until at one point, I remember, I think it was Zach or Rick, one of the two of them, was like, okay, we've found the point where it's too far. And I still remember it was on a camp called Wild Duck. And I went out just like balls to the wall. Probably should have been an 18+ show, not a camp show. I'm like, yeah, it's a bit too much. Let's tone that back a bit. And yeah, Mitchell Starr just kind of built from there. And the character never stopped evolving, I don't think.
I think that's the key to a good character, though, isn't it? Like, knowing that you as people, or we as people, change and evolve, and the character has to as well. Whether it's with society or just something didn't work, so let's drop it. Something else did work, let's keep using that. And then you have all these little tricks in the pockets for the different types of audience.
No, absolutely. And it's not just even with society and that changing, even just wrestling fans changing.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen, as I'm sure you've seen yourself, like, through years, one year it might be super popular in wrestling to have, you know, big characters, and people aren't all that bothered about the high spots in the ring.
Yeah.
It's just, we want to be entertained. But then a year or two down the line, it's like, okay, we want, you know, high flying flip-flop shit, and if you can't do that, we don't care.
Yeah.
And it's, you have to change with the crowd, I think.
Yeah.
But it helps having that base. Definitely helps having that base as far as characters are concerned. But it's just fun. Like, I think that's the other thing with my character. I just wanted it to be fun. Wrestling gets too serious at times for the level that we do it at, where no one's becomes a millionaire in Brit Rest without the States. No one. Mm-hmm. So why take it so seriously where you forget to have the fun?
Yeah. Yeah, then it becomes a real job.
Yep. And if I wanted to be miserable, I would be sat in a gym with a guy called... Oh, sorry.
A cold gym at that.
Oh, it's not too bad. I can't feel the cold anymore, so...
Oh, lucky for some.
Oh, yeah, really fucking lucky.
One thing that I remember Becca saying is the way you make the entrance as a babyface. She loves to watch the audience, because you see some people like just jaw open, like, what is this? But by 2-3 minutes in, they are sold on everything. But then the kids just, wow. And she says, like, watching the people on your entrance is just amazing, because they're so captivated from the minute you burst through the curtain, and you burst through, like, so.
No, that's cool. It is, I'm a big believer in larger than life characters in wrestling. Yeah. You know, you've got, as I say, you've got the wrestling crowds and the promotions out there that are all about the wrestling, which promotions are, you know, I've not really worked for, because I'm not the best wrestler out there. But when I think back to my childhood in wrestling, I don't remember individual matches. I remember the characters and the people.
And the moments. And
that, to me, is what I think wrestling's about. But it's quite interesting you say that about the... Becca saying about the few minutes in part, though, because that was actually one of my big learning moments. Was... So when the character was first coming about, Rick said to me, you know, we want you doing this entrance, but then when you're in the ring, kind of switch and get to business. And I was like, yeah, no, it sounds cool and everything, but I wasn't really sure how that would work. And again, it was a Cleethorpes camp. Mm-hmm. Back when Sykes was running RDW this way. He was there, I think it was a ring hire. I think we didn't have enough rings for the thing, and I think Rick hired the ring off Sykes. And Sykes and his wife, Joy, were there. And afterwards, I can't remember which one of them it was. I think it might have been Joy. It was like, when you came through the curtain, I was just expecting a comedy match, you know, just kind of camp, you know, kiss me, catch me, generic. Because, you know, back then, kind of 2012, 2013, that is what, if somebody was an openly gay wrestler, that was their gimmick, you know? Yeah. And she was like, but you then wrestled and started really getting laid in. So obviously, the way I was taught as well is go snug, you know, lay your stuff in. And that's what got me my first outside booking. Was because I came out and they were like, oh, this is going to be shit. You know, we've seen it all before. And it completely changed the expectations when I started wrestling. And that was one of the first moments when I was like, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe the promoter does know what they're talking about.
Well, not always, but yeah.
I never said you, Dutch.
Hey, I'm not
Do
the
you
promoter.
count- I was going to say, I don't think you count as a promoter.
No, not at all. I just
You're an active
it's
competitor.
my name on the paperwork. If shit goes wrong, I go to jail. But
Cool.
everything, so.
Jail sounds fun.
As of now, you are a
Rent free, food, TV.
Yeah.
You'd have to pay for it like at a hospital. So,
No, just got to be careful around the soap.
well, take what you take, don't you?
Too right.
All right, fucking hell.
Yeah, I just going on that though. I think when you talk about adaptability, you have that ability. We were speaking about this yesterday at dinner. The ability to
That
be
I wasn't
able.
invited to.
No,
pricks.
you weren't. The ability to be able to do funny, to do serious, to lay it in, to
Serious.
read the audience, and I think that's another thing that we kind of brushed over it yesterday. Speaking that it goes in waves, doesn't it? Like you have crops of wrestlers who can just listen to the audience and react, and I think reacting is a more important word than acting when people talk about wrestling. Whereas the next crop will be just all they can do is the script that they've planned. So we're definitely not having the wife crawl under the camera.
It's a unicorn. It's a pony with a pink and purple tail.
And ruin the flow of what I'm saying as well. Yeah, so like the ability to be able to react to audiences, hear what's working, what's not, and then you'll have a group come through who just they've got a script and that's what they have to stick to. I always find it great when people can work with, okay, these are the moments we need to think about where there's the reaction because they're the emotional connection or the high spot or the funny spot or whatever you're going for. And I think every time we've worked, that's kind of how we've done it right. This is what we want to get to. This is the reaction we want. And God, what have we probably done? 5-6 matches of camps over the years?
I refed one.
I'd say maybe more. I'd say up to maybe 10.
Yeah. I mean, my memory's awful, but I think we've done funny, we've done serious, we've switched roles where I'm the villain.
It's whatever
you're
the crowd
villain.
want.
Yeah, and adaptability is just, I say, a key to what we do.
It's one of the first things that I'll say to people when I do seminars is I think one of the most valuable things in this business is not to be that guy where the promoter goes, you message a promoter or call up a promoter and they go, I'm not sure, there's a spot available, there's room on the card, but I'm not sure there's a spot I can put you in. I've already got this person to do this that you do and this. The most important thing is to, message a promoter and go, hey, I've, had this booking cancelled for whatever reason and I'm just seeing if there's any work going around. And you ought to be that guy where the promoter goes, I don't have to think twice.
Yeah.
Come. Because you want to be the guy where the promoter knows no matter what spot, whether they need you to do British technical match, a hardcore match, a face, a villain, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, couple of dives or catches or whatever it is, you want to be that person on the show where the promoter goes, it's better to have you here than not have you here.
Yeah.
You know yourself on shows, very rarely does an advertised card be the very final card due to breakdowns, injuries, illnesses.
Yeah.
And sometimes a promoter just having somebody there where they go, right, I've just got a phone call 10 minutes before doors saying this person can't make it. It makes their life easier because they can go, but it's fine because I've got them.
Yeah.
I don't have to think twice. You ought to be the person where they go, well, I've only got a rumble spot, but they'll bring you in for the rumble spot because it's worth it for them. Because if anything does go wrong, they know that you can jump into any role. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that's so overlooked in the business where people kind of very much, yes, I can, be a fly, just do flying stuff. And that is what I'm doing. Cool. But loads of other people can do that too. So if somebody else is booked on that card that can do that better than you, unless you are literally the best in this country at it, and not in your own head, unless you are unless you are literally the one best person in this country at that one thing, get good at everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be that person that a promoter goes, cool, you're on. You know, whether that's a battle royal or whether that changes when you get here because someone's dropped out.
Yeah. It's don't be the next of this person, be the first of you.
Yeah. But it's also just being that person where a promoter, like I say, it's being reliable at anything.
Yeah.
Being there doesn't mean that you have to be the best. It just means as long as they know you can go out and do your job, and if you're adaptable, it doesn't matter where they put you, you know, even, and also I suppose having the self-awareness and not having the ego where you've got to go out and go over or get all your shit in. It's if the promoter wants you to go and get squashed in 2 minutes,
Go get
cool, that's my job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are the crowd into it? The other thing that I'll say at the beginning of my seminars is, as wrestlers, what is our main job? To entertain the crowd. That is our job. I've had matches where I've gone out there and thought, it was great. But then at the very finish of the match, whoever's gone over, there's nothing.
Yeah.
And I can go back and it's like, cool, I think I done a good job, but I obviously didn't because the crowd didn't care. I've had other matches that I've been in there and been like, this is fucking awful.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like, literally the roof blows off. And it's like, okay, I might not be happy with what I've done, but I've done my job.
Yeah.
As long as they are entertained and they are happy to come back, I've done my job.
Do you know,
That's the basis.
I hope the guys who train here have listened to that. Because the amount of times I say when we do feedback sessions or when they get their match footage, I'll tell them to watch it 3 or 4 times. So they're watching it for their own actions, for their own reactions, for their own movement, for their own moveset, for does this flow? Does that make sense if you're doing a big move here, but then you're doing a small move afterwards? And are you escalating things correctly?
Yeah.
But now think, okay, you're really happy with everything you've done. What did the audience do? Don't watch the action in the ring. Watch and listen to the audience. Try and not listen to the commentators because they're going to tell the story for people watching, but the people who have paid the tickets for the front row, second row, third row, they're the ones on the night who are paying the money. So they're the ones you've got to entertain. So even if you think, oh, God, I wasn't happy with this, I wasn't happy with that, if the audience are reacting at the right places at the right times, you're doing the job. Yes, you can always improve on the bits that you think you've not done so well at, but I think it's such a... I've seen so many people come back, especially a couple of people when I've been in Europe, where they'll come back and be like, it was fucking great. The audience didn't think so. And nobody in the ring with you thought so.
Yeah.
So,
I think Dixon was one of the... I know people would get annoyed about it because Brian wouldn't watch your matches. He wouldn't. He would stand and sell his merch.
Yep.
But he was always listening. And that would be his feedback when you got back. If the crowd didn't make a noise, if they were quiet during it, if they didn't pop at the end of it, he will come back and tell you it was shit. The crowd didn't care.
Yep.
And that was his thing. The crowd didn't care. He didn't have to watch it. You know, Brian wasn't a wrestler. But anybody knows at a wrestling show, if people are making noise, it's because they're enjoying it.
yeah.
And that was his whole thing, was he wouldn't watch the matches, but he'd listen to them. Very much, you know, people would think that it was just that he didn't care. And it's like, no, he just didn't have to watch.
Yeah.
He knew that his boys, you know, Dean, Spitty, they would give you feedback on your wrestling. Robbie Brookside, you know, who better to give feedback on wrestling? But he'll tell you from a promoter's point of view, no, they weren't enjoying it. So it was shit. Simple as that.
Got butthurt about it as well.
Pardon?
A lot of people got butthurt about it.
Yeah. But it was, if anything, it was actually Brian kind of going, you know what, I know, even as a promoter, I know my place, that I've got wrestlers that'll give you wrestling feedback, and that's fine. They do that. I'm going to come to you as a promoter, from a promoter's point of view, crowd were quiet, that's that. Just not impressed. I don't care if you've just gone and gave Dave Meltzer a 5-star match. If the crowd didn't like it,
Yeah, they're not going to buy merchandise if they're not enjoying themselves.
And it was all about, Brian was all about what you could hear. And like you say, people got butt hurt, but that was his way of doing it. And it does make sense, because if the crowd aren't into it, one of the biggest problems we have nowadays is phones.
Yeah.
And you might be about, it's one of the reasons why you have to make a connection with that audience from the word go and keep them invested. The moment you lose anybody, I was going to say a teenager, but it's really anybody, to their phone during a match, it doesn't matter if you decided your first couple of minutes might be a bit slow because you've got 20 minutes to fill. As soon as that person's head goes down and looks at their phone, you're not going to get them back.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
You're not. You have to keep them invested the whole time.
Yeah.
And you might do 2 minutes of shit and then go and put on a, Osprey match. But what good's that if they're not watching the match?
Yeah, absolutely. She quite often, she does a lot of the ring hires. A lot of people approach her for work, and it's literally what you're saying. Very similar to Brian. She loses herself to a phone, and she, well, I'm not being rude, but if they're not entertaining me, I am not looking at their wrestling ability. I'm looking at what they can bring for my audience.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll nudge her and be like, "Oh, this looks really fucking rude." If they catch you on camera as a promoter, she's like, "No, if they've not kept me entertained, I know my audience aren't going to be entertained."
Yeah.
So,
And it's savage.
yeah,
But the wrestling business is
yes,
fucking hard and savage. And everyone is going to have, nobody comes into this business amazing, the best ever. Everybody has to learn. Everybody, everybody will have those matches and those learning experiences of, there was no noise and people looking at their phones and people were getting up and going for cigarettes or going for a piss. Mm-hmm. But you just learn from it and go, okay, but why were they doing it? Don't get butthurt that they done that.
yeah.
You just have to sit back and go, okay, why?
Yeah,
What do I now change? And even if you change, another reason, like I say with the camps, because you're working so often, even if you just change that one thing, even if on your next match, everybody does the same, but you keep them for an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You've done better than the last time.
Yeah.
Keep going at it. You have to just plough forward. Nothing comes overnight.
no. And then when you think you've got the answer to the questions change as well. So to steal phrases, but it's absolutely true, isn't it? Like, you can do the same job in one town and it works perfectly, and you go to the next seaside town and the same thing you got a really good reaction for, they've now gone to go and get the sweets and the popcorn and stuff.
Which is why I like the start of the question being adaptability.
Yeah.
You have to be able to adapt and change, not even just day to day, literally show to show. If you've got 2 or 3 shows, you can have 2 or 3 completely different matches because it's what the crowd want and you have to go with it.
Yeah.
I think I actually was thinking about it on the way up here. How when I was kind of 5 years or so into the business, you kind of think, okay, I know a lot now. Like, I know a lot about wrestling and I've got myself sorted and I know where I want to go and what I want to do. Now, 15 years into the business, I realise I know fuck all about it still. Nobody will ever know everything about wrestling.
Right.
Like you say, because the questions and the answers to those questions change all the time.
Yep.
And I think that's the big turning point for a wrestler, is when you can actually realise you don't know fuck all. Mm-hmm. None of us do, because it is every day, if you learn as much as you could possibly fit into a day about wrestling, more than that will change in a day.
Yeah.
And if anything, that's the beautiful thing about wrestling, because it's something we never stop learning. Mm-hmm. Ever.
I love it when we have the seminars, and quite often the fundamental things, I love it when people repeat it, because there's people who will always be like, oh, and I've heard this, but they never implement it. Mm-hmm. But then I try and sit and listen, because I'm obviously watching the guys to pick up little bits that I'm seeing, that obviously if you come in for the first time to do a seminar, you might not know their past, so I'm looking for the improvements.
Yeah.
But everybody who comes in, I'm still always trying to pick things up, even if, as we're recording, today is the day of Body Slams to Cancer.
Yep.
Even if today is my last match, I still want to continue to learn so I can continue to pass it on.
Yeah.
And I think if you think you can't learn anymore, then it's definitely time to get out and work in an office or something.
But it's also, wrestling is so, especially nowadays, so subjective. Mm-hmm. It's not like, mathematics where 2 + 2 = 4. It always will. In wrestling, tomorrow it might equal 5. One of the biggest kind of oh wow moments that I've kept with me was probably 8 or 9 years ago now. We had Mr. Kennedy over for a seminar.
Canada.
And during the seminar, he was got people to do some 5-minute matches, and somebody done a body slam. And the British and American body slam are different. You know, in England, the arm goes over first. In America, it doesn't. And he literally just said to the guys, you know, this is how I do it and how it's done in America. While I'm here teaching you guys, do it the way that I'm showing you. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's better. It's the way that I do it. And if you do it during this seminar and like it better, cool, keep it. If you don't, go back to the way that you do it. It is fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be annoyed tonight watching the show that you're not doing it my way. I'm just giving you an alternative. So just give it a go my way. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Just try it. Yep. And then go with what works best for you. Yep. And I remember thinking, damn, I'd always been quite focused on that up till then of like right and wrong. There's a right way to do this, a wrong way. And it's like, well, actually, no. Something as simple as a body slam. Yeah. Is it safe? Does it look good? As long as the answer is yes, cool. Now, what's the most comfortable way for you to do this? Yeah. There isn't the right. There isn't the wrong. And with wrestling being that subjective, even down to a body slam, is why I think we will always learn. Yeah. We'll never stop learning.
Yep. One thing I say to him is very similar to that, but I also try and say, have a reason why you do it your way compared to why they do it their way. Yeah. Because we should, as a bulletproof character, be able to answer anything, you know. So if you've got a gimmick that's very far away from you are as a real person, and somewhat say, let's take a biker, because that's one that a lot of people come into training schools. I want to be a tough biker who never loses a fight, right? Mm-hmm. But if you can't answer the question about a bike, you're clearly not a biker. So let's rethink why. Give everything a why and a reason. Yeah. And once you figure that bit out, I'd never say it's easy, but it becomes a lot easier.
Yeah. One of my favourite questions like that to give people that stump them is when you've got the guys that come in and they're, 6.5 foot or so. Well, I'm a big guy, so I'm never going to bump for anyone. It's going to be my gimmick. I don't bump. I'm not going to do this. Okay, cool. You can do that. If you can answer me, why did The Undertaker, Kane, Great Khali, why did all three of them bump for Rey Mysterio? If you can tell me why they can bump for him, but you're not allowed to bump, don't bump. But if you can't answer that question as to why those guys were more than happy to bump for somebody, 5 foot and a dog end tall, you're fucking bumping. It's your ego that's in the way. Yeah. Like, I think ego gets in the way of too much in wrestling when it comes to characters, when it comes to everything. And it's honestly been the biggest thing throughout my entire time in wrestling that I've seen hold back. Some of the most talented performers will go to the places with, influential people, and those people just go, no. Good worker, but no one liked them. No one gets on with them. Yeah. They're a hassle to have in the locker room. So no, I can go get someone that is just as good, but without the ego. Mm-hmm. And it's such a shame when you see talent go to waste. Yeah. Just because somebody can't understand the job is bent. You don't have to win every match. You don't have to, be this big, strong bloke when you're not even 6 foot tall. Yeah. It's bent. It's not real. We do this to entertain people. And if you're not there to entertain people and only there to entertain yourself, you're going to get found out real quick.
It's a big thing at the minute as well. I think it's been there a while, but there's a lot of people who are just trying to entertain the guys in the back as well.
Yeah.
And I do get it, because everyone wants that ego stroke, but if you're losing the audience, it doesn't matter.
The guys at the back aren't paying your wages.
Exactly.
Yeah, the promoter, if the promoter doesn't think that, because that at the end of the day is what it comes down to. Yes, there's a lot of training schools over here that will use their guys, and rightfully so, because they're trying to get them better and better and better. Mm-hmm. But when you go to the promotions that don't have training schools, they are just bringing people in. If you're not selling tickets, if you're not keeping people interested, why are
What's
they
the
going to
point?
use
Yeah.
you? They're not. It's like the reason why, Tom Cruise, still to this day, big movie star, because if his name is put to something, people go and watch it.
Yep.
If blimmin', John Smith is put up there in that exact same movie, it's not going to make money. No one's interested in him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what the boys in the back think. If they, your friends, which in wrestling they really should be, because we all have such a niche. I don't think we realise as wrestlers when we've been doing it so long how niche it still is.
Yeah.
Because we are always around wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
But we have this incredible thing that we love in common. But so many people use it to divide rather than come together.
Yeah.
When actually we all love it. We should be more than happy spending this time with the guys in the back, having fun, making friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, drop the ego. Even if that's you as a person, drop it at the door when you go to wrestling.
Yep.
I think that the other thing is nowadays it's squashed out so quick in companies. People are just like, well, if you've got an ego, go away.
Yeah.
We're not interested anymore in, what's your gimmick? Oh, I'm a tough man. Okay, cool. That's your gimmick. It's still wrestling. It's no different than being a tough man in a movie.
Yeah.
You are playing a part.
Yep.
That is it.
Yep. I had that squashed out of me by Mal Mason of all people.
Oh, Mal.
He ripped me apart, and I needed it. Because I remember, I feel so stupid saying it, but I remember being told what I was doing for the night, and I was like, I'd kill this person. If this was real, I'd kill him. Mm-hmm. And it was just ripped through me.
It's not real.
Yeah, and
Mal. Sorry, you got me thinking about Mal now. Bless him.
Diamond.
Yeah, what a man.
And yeah, from that moment, I remember people coming who hadn't seen me for a while going, why the fuck are you doing funny? It doesn't suit you. I was like, you're saying it doesn't suit me, but they're laughing. Mm-hmm. They're reacting at the end as the villain. If I'm eating shit, they're laughing at me. They're cheering for the babyface. If I'm the babyface, they're cheering. I'm not saying I'm great by any means, but, I just found that adaptability,
Yeah.
Okay, they don't, with my look, don't expect funny. Let's give them funny. And I think that's been a lesson I've been able to pass on I'd say quite well here. I don't think people who've had an ego haven't had big opportunities on the shows.
Yeah.
And that's not through favouritism, that's just through, unless you learn, the boys aren't going to like you, the audience aren't going to like you.
You're not going to last, so why are you going to put them in a spot
Yeah.
when they're not going to last here?
And again, some of them who we've had like that have had talent.
Yeah, that's the hard
And unfortunately, talent-wise, we know you could help people and we know you could potentially get better, but until that's pushed out of the way, it's difficult for everybody. And if your audience spot it, then it kind of... I've noticed we've had it once where someone's gone out there and gone into business for themselves. On match 3, match 4, the audience are down here for what we know was working everywhere else.
Yeah.
So...
But it's like us, like you say, when we've done camps before, and it's kind of, are we doing comedy? Yeah, comedy. And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, obviously we'll see how it goes, but I'll do it. But, I'm not a fan, personally, of doing it over so much other stuff in wrestling that I much prefer to do. But sometimes if you go out and on that very first thing, the crowd buy it, you just have to do it because it's what they want, even though it's not what I would preferably be doing right now. My job isn't to do what I would preferably be doing. My job is to entertain them people.
Yeah.
If that's what they want, then that's what I suppose we're little bitches, really, aren't we? We are
yeah,
just
yeah.
we are bitches for the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want us to do? All right, performing monkeys.
Yeah, I'm your circus seal.
Yeah, yeah. You want me to get my bum slapped? Okay.
Okay.
This kiss that hasn't happened, do you want that to happen on the third time? Okay. Like, sure, it might be like, ugh. But if it's what they want, then why wouldn't we? Like, it's like, it would be like going to the cinema and going to see, I don't know, a horror movie, and movie starts up and suddenly you're watching the Barbie movie. I mean, still a horror movie, but you know what I mean. It's well, they're not. You've paid for something and not getting what you paid for, so you're not going back to that cinema.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to ask about the Mitchell Starr character, or?
I mean, that is how we started, but I think we've done half an episode just in that.
I can talk for fucking England to do a wrestling.
I mean, I think everything's been answered in that I had to ask. So,
one thing I'm going to ask, just because I don't know if I even know the answer to this. When you came into wrestling, did you find any barriers as an openly gay man 15 years ago? Or
so when I came in, I was, as far as I'm aware, so it was 2010. As far as I'm aware, I was the only. So I didn't come in open. I waited until it was back December of that year. I started in the May. I was 16, 17. Yeah, so it's the December. And that's when I was just like, yeah, cool, whatever. And as far as I'm aware, I was the only like openly gay person on the circuit. I do believe there may have been one or two others, but back then, you know, Facebook, all of this stuff, it's only just started. It made me feel so old.
Yeah.
You know, but it was all just starting. So unless you heard from other people, and even then it was a lot more closed, the circuit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as far as I'm aware, I was the only one that was open. And apart from one promoter, I have never ever had, to my face anyway, and as far as I'm aware behind my back, anything to do with my sexuality. It was always such an open, just an open business, I suppose, because it's still the entertainment business. And yeah, apart from one promoter that's, you know, I'm not going to sit and name names, but, you know, everyone knows that this promoter's a piece of shit. Unfortunately, still running to this day.
Tourette's is really wanting to kick in.
I want to know.
Apart from that one person that just thought they were funny when they're really not. I never had a bad experience over my sexuality, over my gimmick, even with, and still to this day, like I still have a bit of thing in me where if I've been put on with, you know, one of the bigger, muscular, butch dudes that I've never met before, I go in with a bit of, I can't think of the right word. I go in with kind of a bit guarded and a bit like, okay, is this going to have to be a get in there and show them that I know what I'm doing, and then we'll be able to wrestle. But it's never happened. Like, no one has ever got in the ring with me, tried to take advantage, you know, and it's generally the guys that I worry more about of, like, is this going to be an issue, that come back afterwards and are like, oh, man, that was so much fun, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I can't, no. At the end of the day, no. I've never had an issue, but not even with fans either. You know, I know there's a few people that have.
Yeah.
And, you know, fans that, whether it's getting carried away or whether it is their genuine feelings. But no, I've never had an issue with it. But I suppose the other thing is, while yes, the gimmick is what is kind of a gay thing as such, doing, you know, a drag, sexuality and being gay is never brought into my character. It's not a character about being gay.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a fucking, to me, anybody that takes a bloke in a wig with clown makeup seriously, they've got more issues than just fucking homophobia. But no, it's always been really open. I've never, you know, we all have issues when we come into wrestling. We all fuck up loads of times before we start realising what's right and what's wrong. And, you know, I've been pulled and bollocked and scurfed a bit for all sorts of things that I fucked up on. But not once has it ever been an issue to do with sexuality or, you know, that's Lee. That's not Mitchell. Mitchell's a character. I'm at work. You know, you don't go into any other job and make an issue, or you shouldn't, out of your sexuality. It's just a part of the person you are.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone in wrestling is so much more accepting than I think anyone would think.
Yeah, and that's the reason I asked, because I remember having a conversation with a guy at the gym, and he was like, "Oh, when I was younger, I would have loved to have done it, but because I'm gay, I think I'd have just got beaten up and stuff." And I was like, honestly, I think one of the most, again, I don't work in every industry, but and also I only see what I see, but I think it's one of the most accepting all around industries that there are, because circling back, we're all doing it for the love of the same thing, and if
Love of the game, if you will.
yeah,
It is, though.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're judged. I think you are more judged on how you are as a person in wrestling. I think you are far more judged on how you are as a person and how you are as a wrestler and how you treat wrestling. It doesn't mean you have to be the best wrestler, but how you treat wrestling, because, again, we all love wrestling.
Yeah, it's the thing is, like, are you a decent person? Yeah. Do you give a shit? Yeah. Well, there you go then.
Yeah. If you love it and you're a good person, nobody really cares. Like, some of the best people I've met in this business, speaking of someone like Kyle Kramer, first time I met him, you got a blimmin' 6'6", blimmin' what, 3,500 pound bloke. Fuck me, he's biggest teddy bear going, and I love the man to pieces.
I mean, you look at someone like a Dale Preston.
yeah,
Yeah.
The biggest, that's just fucking...
But even if you're then
boulder.
talking like big muscular wise, someone like a Stu Allen or a Titan, yet they've both treated me with nothing but dignity and love in the business.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, it's a learning experience for myself, where I have just as much judgment going in, being like, oh, I think this person might be a bit
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not. And that's my own prejudices coming out. It's like, no, as long as can you do your job at the
Yeah.
end of the day, yes or no? Like you said. And are you a dick? Yes or no? If you can do your job and you're not a dick, or you're a good dick, not a bad dick, then I think you're accepted in the business.
Yeah.
Really do.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I love about it. And again, as we said yesterday at dinner, you go through cycles of I fucking hate the grind and all this sort of stuff, and things will grind you down. But then you'll just have that one. You turn up at a show, you're not expecting someone to be there, and just being with people who you might not text all the time, you might not see all the time, but you just spend 2 hours with a pal who it's just like you've never spent that time away. It brings it all back. Like,
Yeah.
I fucking love this again. I think it's great. And there's so many people through this who, no matter what level you are, I will safely say at every level, you will meet people that you would probably never speak to in any other environment. You wouldn't bump into a bar and start talking. You wouldn't do it on a bus or a train or anything like that. But when you come to wrestling, you find these connections with people that they become real friendships. And the saying of make money or make friends, I think the friendship's always going to last, past the money in wrestling.
Yeah.
Especially at this level.
Yeah.
But
It's when they say, it's show business, not show friends. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. I disagree.
yeah,
I think that's a really horrible way to look at it, because yes, you'll have people that will use you and stab you in the back.
Yep.
But you will in any
Every
job, in
job.
any walk of life, you will have that. As long as at the end of the day, you are able to hold your head up high, know who you are as a person, and that regardless of what someone else has done to you, you keep your own values and your own morals. I would not have lasted in this business as long as I have, if it wasn't for the people around me and the friends that I've made. And I've made friends all over the world, friends for life, friends that, live in other countries that I still go and see once or twice a year in the other country, fly over just to see them, because they mean so much to me. We all know in wrestling, you literally see people at their highest and their lowest.
Yeah.
And I'm talking from, people that have just signed multi-million-dollar contracts to people that are suicidal. We see people and our friends at every single level, because you when you're around people as often as we are in wrestling, there's no hiding it. There's not. And those connections are real. Just because there's a few assholes that might be, using you or just being dicks at the end or whatever, cool. As long as we keep our own integrity intact, I've got friends that I would not change for the world because of this business.
Yeah. See, I love hearing that sort of stuff because it kind of just restores it a little bit again, Like you say, there are people in every industry that you're going to come across that will fuck you over. But as a majority, I've done a lot of different little jobs over the years, and this has been the one where I know I could send someone a message and go, pal, we haven't seen each other for a couple of years. Let's meet for a coffee. And it's literally like you've spent no time away, and that's a real friendship. That's something you can't fake. So
I was told, I want to say during my first year, one of the things that I was told was, after you've been in the business for a while, you can practically find yourself abandoned in any country, anywhere in the world, and you'll probably have a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
Because you'll know somebody, wherever you are, that is willing to go, oh, your plane's been cancelled and you're in, I don't know, Greece or Italy or America or wherever. Oh, your plane's been cancelled and you can't get a plane for 3 days. Okay, cool. I'll come and get you. Or, okay, well, I live, 8 hours away, but I know someone that can come and get you. They're all over the world. You'll have people. Yeah. I think wrestlers are some of the most caring people. I know people probably scoff at that listening.
Yeah.
But I do. I think when push comes to shove, we're not always there for people that are good friends. We're not always there for them, 24 hours a day. Like you say, it can be years down the line. But, if you need somebody, there won't be any kind of, oh, but you've not spoke to me for 2 years. Yeah, no worries, mate.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. And I will, not, yeah, okay, I'll see what I can do. But goes off and has a wank. Yeah, it's like, no, they will, cool. Yeah. Let me make some calls and I'll sort it.
Yeah.
I've literally had, and again, I won't name names, but it was this year. I had somebody message me that is not a wrestler, not part of the business in any way. I've never ever had a message off of them before. And they were really worried because they couldn't get hold of somebody that they should be able to get hold of that's a wrestler. And then I couldn't get hold of them. So your mind starts whirring. But within a couple of messages, that's a lie. Within one message to one person, they put some feelers out and managed to get hold of them and make sure this person was okay.
Yeah.
And this is somebody nothing to do with wrestling. They just knew that I was friends with them and was like, let's see it. Let's try and see if this person's heard from them. And yeah, just one message to one person and they managed to get hold of them and make sure this person was all right. Yeah. Because that is the power that the wrestling community has, that you can you can reach out to anyone and they'll be able to get hold of somebody. Yeah,
and kind of another tangent, but I get to the point of hating social media. And I literally use it for work purposes.
It's just a cesspit of hate.
And I'll share funny stuff, but I won't scroll.
Yeah.
But them odd times where I get caught scrolling, there's been times where I've seen exactly what you're saying online, where someone's having a bad time or other people know that person, and you just see the check-ins from people from all over.
Yeah.
And,
even if it's nothing, even if it is just the person who's lost their phone, people still, it doesn't matter. It's like, well, if we feel like something's wrong, there's no harm in going, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Let's try. And like you say, there'll be 100 comments on it of trying to get hold of people.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, for all the horror stories that we may have spoken about in the past or brushed over, there's a lot more good in this than
there is. I think the thing with that is horror stories, they're more fun to listen to.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we could do, an entire podcast and just on horror stories.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're interesting and they'll get more clicks. But it really does the business a disservice.
Yes.
When there is so much more positive in it. It's just, people don't like talking about that because it's not interesting. It doesn't, get clicks or clickbait or perk people up. It's like, let me tell you go online at anything and you will find more. My time here, my time there. I hated this, I hated that. This company, that company, this person, that person. you'll find far more of that than this show that I fucking loved. This person that done so much for me. Like, you would have to really try hard to find videos on that, but it's not what, people want to... No, it's not what they want. Everyone loves to hear people doing worse than them.
Yeah. Yeah,
And they want to hate on... Everyone wants to join in on hating on somebody or a company or a match or whatever it is. Everyone would much rather gather around and hate on something together than actually go, you know what, one of our... I don't know, say one of your boys, one of your trainees got signed by AEW. Like, they'd rather, I don't know, one of your boys gets signed by AEW, and there's one post that goes, blah, blah, signed by AEW. Another post that goes, blah, 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 I don't know, cheated on his girlfriend 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's going to have much more... Why have they signed someone that cheated on their girlfriend? That's going to have far more interaction than this positive thing. And that's the problem, is people don't realise just how much good there is in wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it's not spoke about enough.
No. I think just on that, because I ignore so much of it, I remember the news of people going to World of Sport and people going to AEW, and some of these I've physically worked, some of them I've been on the same shows with.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just, I'm so proud to say I know that person and they're doing good. Like, the amount of good people that have done good things.
Yep.
I mean, I have fallen into the trap of, dickhead. But we're human. We all do. But I'd safely say...
There's nothing wrong in being jealous. Nothing wrong with it.
I don't think even for me it's been jealousy. It's a certain morals that I've had. Mm-hmm. And if someone... Again, not to take a moral high ground or virtue signal or anything.
Yeah, but you can. You take moral high ground if you want.
If people have done certain things...
I am yawning
I
so
love to
much.
watch them crash and burn.
Sorry.
Because there's certain things that you shouldn't get away with. And again, I don't want to go into detail because I don't want to give airtime to someone I've given airtime to before.
But I think there's a difference between... Because I know what you're saying, and I might be wrong, but so, like, I wouldn't... Same thing with certain people, but I wouldn't look at that and go, oh, I'm so glad that they're doing that. But I will go, serves you right.
Yeah.
You know, it's not oh, I wish that this had happened and it's finally happened, blah, blah, blah. I think it's just much more like, it's your own fault.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry,
you dug your own hole.
Serves you right.
Chat shit, get banged.
Absolutely.
Play with feathers, get your arsehole tickled.
Where's the feathers?
On your boa.
Oh, that's not been out for a year.
Right, so the other stuff we do is a lot of food talk.
Okay, I love, yeah.
So
this year has been a foodie year.
Being on the road, obviously, we're limited at late night journeys to McDonald's and meal deals.
I can't do McDonald's anymore.
Has it been forever put off?
It's because of wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it's all, like you say, late night journeys, and it's all there ever is. And especially in the summer seasons when it's 8 or 10 weeks. And like when we had our Pontins run, there was only one night out of the entire week that we were at home, and that was to wash your gear. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we were on the road, staying away every single night. And night is when the driving happens, and night is when nothing's open except for McDonald's.
Especially post-COVID.
Oh, there's even McDonald's now that sometimes aren't even open.
Oh, we've experienced
midnights.
That,
And then it's garages.
Yeah.
And then it's talking through the little window because you're not allowed in the garage. But
That makes no sense.
And then them
No.
trying to pass you a coffee through that little stupid
I know.
thing, and you lose half of it.
And then it's, yeah, so can I get a chicken sandwich, please? And then they walk off and come back with, like, Ultramax tampons. Like, no, chicken sandwich.
Yeah. It's bad, but when you have to, what is your meal deal of choice? So, sandwich, snack, and drink.
Double XL tampons.
Okay. So, being on it, like, now it's going to make me sound really pretentious, but it's because I really like it. It's like, so Tesco have their
Caviar.
normal meal deal, but then they've got like their finest one that's a $5.
Yeah. So this is brought up quite a bit.
Yeah, and I think for the sake of like £1.50, the quality difference
In
is
this
so
economy.
much.
Fuck me.
So I really
Bollocks.
enjoy a salmon and cream cheese sandwich from Tesco as the first part. And then it depends. If it's like I've not eaten much that day because of being on the road, and obviously normally lunchtimes we're setting rings up and then the show and whatever. If I'm like really hungry, the snack will be like one of their more substantial things where they have like the sausage roll or the Ginsters, pasty snack things.
Yeah.
Not quite the size of a normal like slice,
Mini sausage.
but not mini though. They're still like substantial,
Yeah.
but you've got the pastry there, so there's something. So maybe that, but if not, crisps is Walker's baked
Oven baked.
prawn cocktail.
Ah, you lost me.
Yeah.
much
Well,
flavour
you
for you.
if I've
Prawn
lost you,
cocktail-
you can
no,
stay
there's no
lost.
such thing as too much flavour. It's just prawn cocktail's a little bit shit.
They're fucking beautiful.
Get ready salted. Stop being
Ready
extravagant.
salted.
Yeah.
Fucking boring as that.
Yeah. Get ready salted. It's
Ready salted.
Wait,
Oh, I don't
wait.
like prawn cocktail. I don't like flavour.
So
No,
we
it's got tomato in.
we were doing food review on Just Bake It, the bakery we spoke about
Yeah.
earlier. And he said that the Ripple scored lower than just an average brownie because a Ripple is boring, yet he's choosing salt. and
No, but there's a
vinegar
difference
crisps.
between.
Salted. I don't even
Ready-
want
no.
vinegar on my delicate palate.
Well,
Can't
to be
take
fair,
it.
I do like the salt and vinegar ones. I
No,
forgot about
you've
that.
made your bed.
I forgot
lay
about
in your
salt and vinegar.
bland, boring, ready salted bed.
Yeah, will do, and I'll fucking enjoy it.
Well, you're fucking people from Lincoln are weird.
I can't do tomato.
You're weird.
And tomato is in prawn cocktail.
But
It is.
it's
A
not actually.
flavouring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
not-
open it and there's just a fucking tomato
Yeah, I know,
staring
it
you
still
in the
tastes
face.
like fucking tomato.
No, it does. It tastes like
It
prawn
does.
cocktail.
Yes, it does.
I'm not even
You're
a crisp
wrong.
guy, and I'm
Yeah,
saying
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but yours is wrong.
And mine is not wrong. It's perfectly fine.
So
This is going as a clip, so this
I'm
is
getting
going to
bullied. I'm getting bullied for my special needs here.
yes, you are.
Yeah.
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 And what?
And what?
And
I don't
what?
like tomato, and I can taste the tomato in it because when I single out something, I
Just
don't
liking
like,
ready
I look for
salted
it
is special needs enough.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
And I'm not even sorry to anybody that's. Oh no, that. Oh, I was going to say the wrong thing there. I was going to say that like
Wow.
ready salted.
Wow.
So moving on,
wrestling's full of autism.
so we've got the salmon and cream cheese sandwich, the prawn cocktail baked crisps, drink. It changes a lot. Recently, I've really liked the sugar-free cherry tango.
Have you tried the strawberry one as well?
The strawberry. Is it like strawberry crush or
Something like
something?
that,
Yeah, but it's not in Tesco,
Oh, is it
or
not?
at least not in my Tesco that I go to. No, that's really I really like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so if we're talking more likely, it's more likely like a Pepsi Max.
Dr Pepper, banging, love it. I'm just giving my own meal deal right now.
Yeah, but it's not a deal, is it? What you're getting? You're getting.
What, Dr Pepper? What's wrong with a Dr Pepper?
It's the Dr Pepper, but with salt and vinegar crisps.
Yeah.
Not salt, not even salt and vinegar, is it? It's ready salted.
Yeah.
Ready salted crisps,
And what?
Dr Pepper, and
Yeah.
what do you get for your main? Bread and butter. I just want some bread. Actually, just some bread, please.
I'll
Just
cut-
some
I'll cut
bread.
bread.
You might as well
crust
be a
off.
duck.
I'll be a fucking. I'd love to be a duck. Wait, life as a duck would be so much better than life as a person, I reckon.
Well,
You get
you're
fed for free,
practically
you
a
get to
duck.
fucking swim about. What's the problem?
You're a child. You basically get fed for free anyway.
Yeah, I do. I'm what?
So you are a duck.
So,
You're already a duck.
I'm
Anyway, meal deal. Getting off topic. Salmon and cream cheese sandwich, Pepsi Max, and Walker's prawn cocktail baked. No other brands available.
I didn't know they did salmon and cream cheese sandwich. So
Did you not?
no, because I don't
Oh, it's
often
so
get
good.
the meal deals.
He talks about meal deals, but he doesn't get them. He talks about Mackey's, but he doesn't like it.
Yeah. It's
Oh, I think a Tesco meal deal is like an absolute saviour.
well, now I know about the salmon one. I might be a bit more
Yeah.
interested. So, there's a few people who have suggested different things. I'm like, I need to try these meal deals now.
It's like, yeah, it's probably the best one that they do. If I was not going for like the
Average.
posh one, yeah, if I was going for the average, it's like the Chicken Club, just because you got more for your money, because you've got like 3 bits of bread in it.
Yeah,
So-
I just don't like white bread, so I prefer
Racist.
yeah, full on. That's why I'm so brown today.
Okay, wow.
I like the.
I thought
the-
you'd just been like diving in What's-Its.
yeah. What's it, pal? Or Cheetos?
God, wait till you see my fucking Cheeto shoes. I actually, no, not taking the piss, genuinely wrestling Cheeto shoes.
Cheeto shoes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
Cheeto Puma.
They're fucking awesome.
We'll see.
They're fucking awesome.
Didn't realise ducks wore shoes.
Even
They
he
do look
thinks-
like duck feet.
He likes them. Even he likes them.
They are pretty cool. I mean,
They're
you've
fucking
seen the
awesome.
trainers I'm wearing, so. McDonald's meal deal then, if you have to get one or extra value meal. whatever they
McDonald's
call it.
meal deal.
Yeah, is that how they do meal deals?
Well,
I
the
think it's
value
just
meal,
a
whatever it's called.
McDonald's
It's not even a
meal.
value meal anymore, is it? It's like
So I am very much. I mean, it's easy. I'm very much the just wrap of the day. Like you're on the road. I just need something cheap that will fill me up. Like 2 of them sorted. Like £3.98.
grilled or crispy though.
I didn't realise they still done the grilled one.
They stopped for a while
Yeah.
because I like. There's 2 of the flavors that I like. I don't remember what they are, but there's 2 of the flavors that I like, and they stopped doing them as grilled, and it was only crispy, and it put me straight off because it just tastes like grease.
So I used to get the grilled when they first done them.
Yeah.
But then one time I bit into it and the chicken was like still frozen and I had the shits. So it's been crispy ever since.
Yeah.
That really put me off. But
Trauma.
little hack for the wraps is if you don't like the flavour, just ask for no sauce. Literally, you can ask for wrap of the day, no sauce, and then you've just got chicken and salad, and you can ask for a pot of ketchup or barbecue or anything and put that in so it's not dry.
McDonald's barbecue is really sweet.
It is very
I tried
sweet.
it for the first time. I didn't believe it was barbecue sauce. I know barbecue sauce is sweet, but this was
Yeah,
something else.
but that's where like McDonald's ketchup's like really vinegary. It's really like, yeah. But I kind of like, yeah. I was having this conversation about brands, like when you go food shopping
Yeah.
and things like, you know, I'm not particularly fussy about having to have brand stuff, but like, you know, baked beans has to be Heinz baked beans for me, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then we got onto
Beans,
ketchup,
beans,
and
Heinz.
I'm the complete opposite. Like, I either have to have Heinz ketchup or the cheapest, nastiest ketchup. Like when you were a kid and you got some chips and they had the ketchup in those squirty red bottles,
Yeah,
that were
yeah.
and
For
you've
the
done
greasy
it.
spoons.
Yeah, and it was basically 80% vinegar, like that.
Vinegar and food colouring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Never seen a tomato in its
It
life.
either has to be the best ketchup, which is obviously Heinz, or the worst shit ketchup in the world, and it's the best.
So again, not a massive ketchup.
like that
I like ketchup on a burger or something, but I don't, it's not my dip of choice. But going back to McDonald's, when any of them get the what's it you like, the mozzarella
Oh, I fucking
sticks,
love them.
and they come with that spicy tomato. or
Salsa stuff.
What's the other one?
Oh, like rich tomato
Yeah.
dip.
You like your
Them
curry
yeah.
sauce, don't you?
Oh, they're special.
Yeah, my problem with any of the McDonald's cheese product stuff is it's really good if it's hot, but if it's like been sat there and you get it and
Oh,
it's
I don't care.
lukewarm or cold, no, then it just tastes like rubber.
Ah,
It's
I
like
love
chewing on a
I
condom.
don't think any of it tastes
I
like
wouldn't
cheese.
know.
Oh, I did. How old are you now?
16 in the month.
Yeah, when I was 16, I remember sitting in the park with
Oh,
my high
dear.
school friends, and we were all chewing on condoms because you had a C card back then, where you went and got condoms for free from this place,
Oh, that was I remember.
and
people
you
getting
could. They were all flavoured, so we were just sat in the park chewing on condoms to see how flavoured they were. Is that not a normal thing?
I don't think so.
The C card
no.
wasn't a thing when I was that age, so
So C card suddenly it sounds just like you got permission to say cunt, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the C card.
That's a show
Mama,
permission.
can I say
Yeah.
cunt now?
Yeah, here's your C card, love.
Is there
It's
any
like
of
your
the-
fucking pen license in primary school.
Oh, the day that you were allowed to use a pen.
Oh, did you not have that? Even when I went primary, there was still
Well,
a pen
according to
license.
you, we still had pissing stone and
Yeah, you probably did though. But yeah, the pen
Oh.
license was fucking.
Oh,
that was a
yeah, you're allowed
magical
to use a
thing.
pen. It was a bit sad that you couldn't use crayons anymore, but
Yeah.
purple one tastes the best.
I was a fan of the green.
You would be.
Green as goose shit.
No, that's salt and vinegar. You like just salted. So
He
that's
does,
blue.
boring.
Blue.
Are you retarded? Ready salted's red, you knob.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
blues, cheese and onion.
I don't know. I don't get crisp.
Although haven't they changed that recently?
No, it is still red.
No, the
Cheese,
cheese and onion and salt and vinegar. Haven't they changed that to now like cheese and onion is now green and salt and vinegar is now blue?
I don't know. Maybe.
That was one of them Mandela effect things online that I saw.
It's
I don't know.
like for me. Apart from I do remember when I was a
Just
kid.
read the fucking label.
I can't read.
Unlucky.
I know, right? It was when I was young. You know, discos crisps.
Yeah,
They
aren't the
used
ones
to.
that are
They
like
used
20p. Or
yeah,
something? Yeah,
and they used to mess me up because they were the other way round.
yeah.
Like, why? Who hates people that much?
Sounds like a good rib. That.
Ribs.
Fucking love ribs.
We'll get to them.
No, we
We're
won't.
talking food ribs.
There's
or-
too many.
Yeah, on the McDonald's thing, is there any cheat code drinks or anything like that that you get when it's late night?
Cheat code?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
He just wants to talk about his fucking milkshake thing that he does.
you get the milkshake, you get the double espresso, pour it in. When you're really flagging on them long journeys, it's just that enough sugar and enough caffeine to perk you up to get you home.
No, I'm
He just wants to
I don't like McDonald's milkshakes.
I'm not a big fan,
They're
but
too
with the coffee
thick.
with the coffee in, it thins them out a bit.
Yeah, they're just it's just too much effort to get the drink out. It's
Oh, with them paper straws especially.
paper straws are the worst thing ever. Yeah, that's
Fuck
okay.
the turtles, give us plastic.
Well, no,
That's
but
what
so
I-
they've- why couldn't they change the lid? They still give you a plastic lid that is way more plastic than one straw. Give me a paper lid and a plastic straw.
Probably something to do with tax somewhere. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
There'll be some money thing about it.
I don't care. I don't want a soggy straw.
Yeah. I have a steel one. I keep it in my car door.
Yeah, but that's not very good if you get pulled over by the police, is it? Excuse me, sir. Why have you got a metal straw here?
I don't like paper on my lips.
No, it's got to be. I mean, I am one of those assholes that has got a box of like straws
Plastic
from
straws,
China in the cupboard at home because I can't. No, I don't understand whoever thought putting paper in liquid to drink through was a good idea.
Isn't some or wasn't some of them coated in plastic anyway? Wasn't that a thing that came out?
I don't know.
Like the paper cups are coated in plastic.
Everything is.
Cans is coated in plastic. So people are saying it's the best way of doing things, but it's all coated in plastic anyway.
Like,
That
it
sounds
makes
like
life
the vampires
easier.
being blown up.
I hope it doesn't fucking explode.
No, it makes life so much easier. Just like, give me a plastic straw. Make something else paper. Give me my plastic straw back.
When these were kids, you could give them the plastic straw with the bendy bit. They'd be entertained for 10 minutes.
Right?
Kids today aren't going to experience
You
that.
can't spitball out of the...
No.
Or do you remember the wrapper? When you
You
take
rip
the top
rip
off the
the
wrapper.
wrapper.
Doesn't work the same.
Yeah. Well, we used to, as kids, with plastic straws, we'd steal loads from it. We'd acquire loads from McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And then you cut the end of your shoelace off the little plastic bit.
Uh-huh.
The
and you
aglet.
The what?
The aglet. Or anglet. It's one of the two.
The plastic bit.
The aglet.
You'd
Cold
get
glass
a sewing needle, push it all the way through so it's like a dart,
Uh-huh.
put it in the straw, and you could use it as like a little...
I'm surprised you didn't just use the needle knowing you.
Yeah, they didn't fly without the straw, though. without the shoelace.
Yeah, no,
So-
it is. They ruin all of our fun.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just big corporate games
Yeah,
so
aglet.
that we have to get bloody Lego. Lego? What's that made out of?
I thought
Plastic.
Lego.
It's plastic.
Yeah.
I would rather a straw than Lego.
No.
Yes.
I don't know, I can't agree with that.
I
Yes.
love Lego. I love Lego.
No.
Oh, it's my favourite.
There's so many other plastic things you can get rid of, but keep Lego. Lego's
Yeah.
alright.
Let's get rid of some of the Lego that you haven't got. Not all of it, just some
but
of
then
it,
you
so it
can't
doesn't
get
affect you.
more Lego.
And make us plastic.
I tell you what, they
straws.
should get rid of Lego-wise is was it Lego Friends, the one that they aimed at girls, which wasn't
Hate
Lego
Friends.
at all. Like the idea
Hate
of Lego
Friends.
was to be Lego, and it's
Get rid
a
of fucking
unisex toy. It's for
Playmobil.
everybody. So why did they then make one specifically for girls that I think didn't really sell too well?
Money!
Yeah, but that's not because it was for girls, it's because it was Friends.
Money.
Friends is just dreadful.
No, not the show. They did a whole different...
It was specifically different types of figures,
I'm
different
searching this
coloured
up.
bricks, specifically aimed at girls, even though
Oh.
Lego was for everybody.
Well, get rid of that then. Give me my straw.
Yeah, Lego Friends. There you go. Hold on, I'll show you this.
Oh, Lego Friends.
Oh, Friends.
Friends. Why?
You see that?
I can. I wish I hadn't.
And it's just shit Playmobil.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was a cross. It looked like a crossover between
Yeah.
Playmobil and Lego. It was awful.
Playmobil was fucking awesome. And then they tried made a movie and it was shit.
I didn't know.
Lego movie was awesome.
Talking movies. What's your favourite movies?
The Lego movie.
Franchise is Harry Potter. I don't care. I know I'm an adult, but
I like Harry Potter.
yeah, it was my childhood. Like, I've got Harry Potter tattoos.
So does Strap. Ask him about it.
Pardon?
Ask Strap about his Hedwig at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's... I've not got a Hedwig, but I've got my Phoenix tattoo and my Dark Mark tattoo, my Deathly Hallows. Like, yeah, Harry Potter, hands down for franchise. I've got a few that I really like. Like, if I'm going action, Con Air,
Yep.
absolutely adore that movie. Think it's just perfect in every way.
I haven't seen it in such a long time.
It's
but-
yeah, I love it. I love that movie. Comedies, it's probably White Chicks is probably my most watched comedy movie. It's yeah, it's just the best thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get away with it now. You
I don't know, I reckon-
absolutely
I reckon
hand on
there's a
heart.
market for it.
Oh no, there's a market.
I reckon you could get away with
100%.
it.
You
If
just
they made-
wouldn't get away with
If
it.
they made a White Chicks too, they'd.
I think it would be dumbed down though.
I
I do
don't
think
know,
it would be
because
dumbed down.
I think there's a lot of movies that have been, like Happy Gilmore, for example. It was dumbed down.
Mm-hmm.
It was still. I still thought it was good, but
A lot of people thought it was shit, and I haven't watched it, so I'm going to listen to a lot of people. And not
I don't like Adam Sandler movies. Full stop.
I think they're very samey. But for me,
I just don't find him funny.
I don't know if I do. This is the thing. Like, I
All
don't know
my
if I'm
friends
watching it as
disagreeing with me, so I'm
No,
going to
no.
backpedal.
I don't know if I watch it as that nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching Little Nicky thinking this is amazing, and Big Daddy, and the rest of them I'll watch, and I find funny moments.
You say that as if you don't have a fucking Mean Machine jersey in
Oh no,
your
Mean
wardrobe.
Machine. That's another really good one actually. I really did like Mean Machine.
The Longest
But
Yard.
I like,
you know.
yeah, sorry. Mean Machine was the Vinnie Jones one, wasn't it? Loved that.
I don't know.
Loved Longest
Not-
Yard.
right.
They were great. But I think I watch it out of habit, and I find with Adam Sandler films, I'm laughing at the stuff where it's linked back to old
Mm-hmm.
stuff rather than.
You realise this is how closet wrestling fans talk about wrestling? I just watch it to laugh at them because it's so fake.
You're really true. That's really quite true, though. I mean, I like it because it just makes me like when I was a kid.
I
You know,
wasn't
as a
kid.
kid, I
I
really
wasn't a
liked
kid.
it.
I was early 20s. But yeah, like there's a lot of his Netflix only ones that I just couldn't get
I think my
into.
problem with Adam Sandler is the same problem that I have with Jim Carrey. So, like, I love Liar Liar.
Yes.
Obviously, fantastic movie.
Truman Show.
But
I love the Truman Show.
after that, it's just Jim Carrey playing Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's not the character to me. Same as Adam Sandler after Waterboy isn't the character anymore. He's just Adam Sandler being Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
He's not DiCaprio playing a different role in every movie where I can get invested in, okay, his Inception, his Wolf of Wall Street, two very different things. They're just, it's Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I can like, I think generally the pattern is I like the first film I would see of those kind of actors,
Yeah.
and after that
You've seen it.
it's like yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so I think Con Air for action, and then White Chicks if it's comedy, and then Harry Potter for a series.
It's everyone in my family loves Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I watched one. I think it's too mature for me.
Too mature.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't understand.
Yeah,
what was
the
going on.
Teletubbies movie is coming out.
Thank God.
I promised you. No, it was my childhood.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I grew up. I was a super, super lonely kid, and Harry Potter was my escape. The books, the games, the movies, that become my world. So, you know, I'm not one of these diehard fans that's like, oh, they're the best movies ever. You know, no, but nostalgia is a very powerful thing. And nostalgia takes you not just back to the times, but like the feelings you felt, and you know, the way that things made you feel, and takes you back to places, times. It's I'll never ever not be a fan of Harry Potter.
But that segues into the next thing, nostalgia. Because if you're ever in the car with me, my music playlist is from teenage to 25. So your music
Or wrestling.
My music.
Yeah, music taste.
So I'll start. I will get more specific. Generally, super eclectic. Like if my Spotify was put on shuffle on, you know, the things that I've downloaded that I listen to most, you will go from musicals to classical music to country music to heavy metal to rap to punk to pop to literally, like when I say every genre, I am talking every single genre.
My playlist will go from Sabrina Carpenter to Hamilton to some kind of wrestling theme.
Yeah, it's mine is, you know, like I say, literally it's not like, when I say that, people normally try and catch me out by going, you know, oh, so what about country? What about classic? What about, and it's like, no, well, what about, you know, EDM? Yeah, what about happy hardcore? And they start getting really specific, and I'm like, yeah, legit, it's super eclectic. However, again, like you, nostalgia takes me to, you know, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Blink-182, Sum 41. I like the kind of pop punk, emo, alternative, whatever you want to call that genre of music, 'cause it's got a million different names.
Blink-182's come up a few times with people.
Yeah.
And I think it is that sort of nostalgia thing for a lot of people, because vocally, probably not the best, but the live album they brought out, I think again it was with Flex, we spoke about this. To me, it's one of my favourite albums. I remember listening to it when it came out. I remember listening to it when me and your mum got together, and
All
even
those
now,
years ago.
it's on the shuffle playlist.
But mine, it's probably that genre, because even down to now, like Machine Gun Kelly, now that he's brought out a couple of like pop punk albums and stuff, I love it. You know, even his stuff now, I think that's my, what I would say is my go-to.
Yeah.
If I could only listen to one style of music for the rest of my life, it would probably fall to either that or musical theatre. But more than likely it would be, pop punk.
So I have one musical in my playlist. But I have to be really careful when it comes on, because if you've got the windows open, especially if I'm doing the school run, you don't want these songs to come on.
What have we got, like Avenue Q?
No, it's the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
What a musical.
Yeah. Honestly, I was crying with laughter.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
So, like, I'd listened to the music for years before seeing it, and nothing prepared me for seeing live on stage Jeffrey Dahmer sucking off Hitler.
Yeah.
Like, seeing that live on, listening to the music, and then just seeing that on stage, and I was like, you know what, Matt and Trey Parker, they really just don't care.
No.
They couldn't give a fuck. They've written this musical, come up with, I think it's Spooky Mormon Hell Dream. And they're like, yeah, we've got this really cool song and big moving set pieces. And they're obviously like stoned or high on shrooms or something, and just there going like, it'll be really cool. What? Let's get Jeffrey Dahmer and Hitler fucking filleting each other on stage, dude. And they just done it. And it's one of the most successful musicals going.
It's amazing. Honestly, I got there and I thought, oh, am I going to be out of place? I'm not dressed like posh people. And you get there and there is posh people there, but there's also not posh people like me.
One of my favourite things seeing that in London was looking around, being able to pick out the older couples that had obviously not aware. They obviously go, you know, people that go to the theatre because they enjoy the theatre, and they were maybe in London for the weekend, saw what tickets were available for something, and gone, let's go see this. And seeing their faces
swiftly leave
during some of the things was fun. But what I love about it is it's just satirical. That's, you know, I know some people don't like certain aspects of that musical or certain subjects that they're talked about, but the way in which it's done isn't.
It's not poking fun at people.
It's not
poking fun at the people who
having sex with virgins cures AIDS. It's not going, you know, it's funny AIDS. It's going, this is an actual belief of people that this will cure it. How fucking ridiculous is that? And it's taking the piss out of this ridiculous belief.
Yeah.
I think that's what made South Park so successful.
That's what I love about satire in general, is people that are able to go, I'm not taking the piss out of the subject, I'm taking out of the belief
of the subject
that people have around this.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fantastic. But no, definitely not for a school one.
No, definitely not. And definitely not as you're driving past the Church of Latter-day Saints.
I didn't know we had one in Lincoln. I can't
as
imagine
we
there's
pulled
many.
up at the red light, wasn't it? And it was playing out my window. I was like, skip.
I really want one of them just to knock on my door so I can open the door.
Hello.
And they go to me, hello, my name is Jesus Christ. And I would like to share with you the most amazing book. Ding dong.
We had some that lived next to us. And as soon as I pointed out to Ian after we'd heard the song, he went, oh my God, I remember that's how they used to say hello. I'm like, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
2 Americans. Hello. Oh dear.
Yeah, like, no, that, unfortunately I live in like a really little village where we don't even get trick-or-treaters. Like it's just nothing. So it doesn't happen, but it would be really fun. I'm sure they've had it a million times.
Yeah.
But I would love to do it just because I'm a bit of a knob.
It's honestly, it's opened my eyes up. I think it's amazing. I want to go and see it a second time.
Mm-hmm.
That's slightly racist.
We're both Chinese.
A little off subject. I've just had a message from a former tag team partner of yours.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah, Joey, just wishing us luck for Body Slams and wishing he could be here.
I reconnected with Joey for a bit.
Yeah.
Well, not for a bit, like now. Like, as in, I've reconnected with him basically since my accident. Like, yeah, it's nice. Hopefully go see him. The plan is end of next April.
Yeah.
But
I'd love to go. It's just so expensive for all of us to go.
It is so expensive. I forgot we were doing a podcast. Just me there. We connected with Joey.
Yeah, we've kept in touch with him the whole time, and he seems to be really settled and happy. And
yeah, well, me and Joey hated each other when we were tagging together. It's the reason why we were put together.
Yeah.
I remember we were literally called in the office, and Rick was there and was like, you two can't stand each other, so we're putting you as a tag team.
Yeah.
And we still couldn't stand each other.
That's how I first met you as a tag team.
Yeah, and we still couldn't. We just never got on. And it's just he thought he knew everything. I thought I knew everything. Neither of us knew everything. And yeah, but we were young. This was like
15 years ago, right? 14 years ago.
Yeah, probably 13, 14 years ago. Yeah, probably about 14 years ago.
I was one.
When Joey came up. But yeah, so again, like, I was a fucking 18-year-old kid at the end of the day. Yeah. I know it's technically an adult, but it's what we were speaking about earlier. You live, you learn, you grow.
Yeah.
And I never thought I would be saying that I love Joey, but I fucking love Joey now.
Yeah.
Really do.
Yeah. It's really good to see how settled he is.
Yeah.
He watched this lot grow up, and I think, again, just proper tangent in, but was it an old Phil Fogg show where I first met you, or was it WAW? I can't remember. I know we did both.
I don't remember the name of him. There was a promoter, because I was with Robin. It was a place around it. I can't remember the name of the promotion.
The Hospital Club. He changed his name a couple of times. But it was at a little club next to the hospital. And I
remember there was like a big stage though, like a town hall stage.
Really,
that was
really small dressing room, and one of them weren't allowed in because they were growing weed in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. We found that out.
Yeah, you found that out.
But yeah, I can't remember if I'd met you just before that at Norwich or Thetford.
I
Or
think,
if
no,
was
it was either
at
that
Lincoln.
or I remember our first match was at HEW.
Yes. Yeah.
Low
Oh,
battery
God,
on
that's
that
going
camera.
back.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
we've got a...
Right, go and change the battery lock.
FFW Pro Wrestling and Fitness Centre is the training school for Fight Factory Wrestling UK. Based just off Doddington Road near the Birchwood in Lincoln. We offer wrestling training for both adults and children ages 8 years and upwards. We also offer personal training in one-to-one and group sessions. Run by a husband and wife team consisting of a level 3 personal trainer and wrestling coach and registered nurse, FFW has been helping people on their fitness journey and producing professional wrestlers since 2013. We focus on your holistic well-being and care with bespoke classes and personal training sessions to suit all. More details of this can be found on our website, fightfactorywrestling.com, or you can send us an email at linkswrestling@gmail.com to get more details.
Oh, bollocks. I stood on my fucking thing. I hope it's not...
Not your thing.
No, it's fucking broken. I've broken the fucking thing.
Moose juice. For when you're stressed, anxious and tired, you know what you need? High blood pressure.
I need a
Get
drink.
yours now.
I need a drink.
Where were we? Oh my god.
Is there anything I can go steal?
No.
I was probably just rabbiting about
We were
some
speaking
shit.
about Joey.
Yeah.
I stood on my fucking thing and it's bastard
Not your
broken.
thing.
Well, get another one.
Can't.
Let's go to funny stories. So,
God.
any funny stories that you're happy to talk about that won't get any of us cancelled?
I'm not involved.
Maybe in
guys.
10 years it could get us cancelled, but for now...
Oh,
I'm not
God.
involved, guys. Just saying.
There's so many.
Oh, no, I know where we were. We were speaking about
Hospital.
HEW was
Yeah.
our first match.
Yeah, so HW. No, oh, you were saying about how long it was. Yeah, that was.
The battery died, for context. Because we haven't actually said that yet.
Yeah, that's true. It's yeah, no, that was a long time. It was. I feel like I did meet you before that though.
Yeah.
I do feel like we met before that.
I think it was maybe Thetford.
I think it was the Phileas Fogg, whatever his name was.
See, I can't
That would be
remember.
I think that was probably it.
Yeah.
How long have we done? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
It's 12:30.
An hour and a half.
You just cut most of my waffling out.
Nah,
Very
we'll keep
easy.
No, we don't cut any of it out. We're just... What we did with Nathan is we had to make it 2 parts. Because we sat and spoke for like 3 hours.
So, yeah, we've known each other a while. That's where we kind of round up
Yeah.
summary.
Funny stories.
Joey, funny stories.
It's really, really hard to think of things that, like, ones that I can say. Because when you're told, think of funny stories, okay, that you can actually say, it's like that, don't think of a cat.
Now you're thinking of the cat.
Like, all I can think of is things that...
Are horrid and we'll get
People
it.
outside of wrestling would never understand. And there's sometimes you have to be there to appreciate why it's so funny.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, is most of the ones that I can speak about are just kind of like that, kind of, you had to have been there.
Yeah.
Other than, okay, so this... One of the first ribs that I ever... not on me, but I witnessed, and I'm not going to name names. I think I'd maybe been wrestling 3 or 4 months, and there was always a trainee, like, academy show at the end of their training weekend. And one of the girls had been really pissed off by one of the blokes. So they decided that a fun thing to do would be this particular bloke would take off his pants in the dressing room and put undertrunks on and go wrestle. So his pants being left there with a really pissed off woman who happens to have a can of deep heat.
Oh.
Yeah, when said wrestler got back and put their pants on, needless to say, practically the whole of the locker room were just kind of looking, trying not to be obvious, but we were clearly all obvious.
Just waiting.
And it was like, it was a couple of minutes went by. And we were like, this is boring.
This man just has no
Next
feeling.
thing you know, was just like, we've all done that thing as blokes where you like itch your balls, but try and make it look like you haven't. So you're kind of, everyone's seen that. Let me just readjust my trousers. That's what I was doing the whole time. And it was almost like the moment that he touched his ballsack to start itching, you just saw panic go over this man's face. And that was a fun first introduction to don't piss off wrestlers.
Female wrestlers.
Welcome to the business, brother.
Yeah, that was a fun one. So it's really hard because I keep thinking of things. You know, there's all the typical ones of sending people out for
the long
canvas
wait.
irons, long waits, all that stuff. I'll say there's like, no, that one can't. This is the thing. There's so many that probably could be said, but for safety purpose, but even just safety purposes, is
So I got a similar one just on that. It reminded me with the deep heat.
Your dad.
But it wasn't. No. That's an off-camera one. We did double shots at one of the venues and done the afternoon show, and he had 2 hours between, and it's very close to Nando's, so we could go to Nando's. But as you know, I've had many back injuries since, back pain since I've broke it. So I just said to one of the lads here, "Can you put the Tiger Balm on my lower back?" Brought my singlet down. He rubs it on and then slips it straight into my arsehole. Holy shit! I have never felt
even
burning
I
arse
puckered
like that. So I'm running around. I carry baby wipes everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I've got the baby wipes. I'm wiping my arse to get this deep heat off, and then I think, right, okay, I'm safe. I've gone to Nando's, walked back, and it starts to burn again. So I've gone, fuck this. I've had to use the shower of the venue like a douche. So I'm showering my butthole, bent over like this, trying not to get water on my singlet.
And Tiger Balm's like oil based though, right? So that's going to take some rubbing as well as some water.
I didn't think about this. I just thought turn it on power shower.
Yeah,
and
no.
spray. So I think, okay, it's all settled down. I'll start getting ready again and go down, start having the match, and then the first trickle of sweat comes down, and oh my god, the reburn.
Oh, fuck
So,
that, yeah.
We pinned the lad down and held smelling salts to his nose until he couldn't resist the breath in.
Well, there's so many just silly things. I think the other thing is, when you've been on the road for, say, 4 or 5 weeks of a camp season, all of a sudden, just the little silly
Everything
things
becomes really funny.
just become
delusional
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, it's like when you get overtired.
Yeah.
So there's like loads
Or
of things that
high.
I could speak about that probably don't even make you, say, in hindsight, aren't funny. I mean, I remember one on me, it wasn't even a rib, was we were doing a show on New Year's Day and we were staying over the New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve drinks came until 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning. When you've then got to set a ring up at like 10, 11 a.m. And it was one of the camps where I had to go out and do a single. Just managed to push through that. But then you had the tag match.
Oh, fun.
And pushing through the single, coming back and being sick instantly backstage, suddenly then your whole body is like, okay, it's all done now. We now get time to relax, even though, no, there's still a tag to go. And I remember just walking out there, and on the other team was Carl Kramer. And we got in, me and Carl locked up, and it was supposed to be like the crusher start, the lock up, throw off, grab the leg, kick off, that thing, because how big Carl was. Instead, I just went to Carl, slam me, pin me. And that was the start of the tag match, was he just gave me a body slam, took off, done just like a running splash, pinned me, and I didn't even sell it. I just got up, skulked off stage. I was like, I'm done. Fuck this. Like, I quit wrestling. I just quit wrestling. And that wasn't fun. I don't think I ever wrestled hungover after that. Because that was I'd wrestled hungover so many times, but not to that extent, where it was just like, that's the only time it actually affected my work. I'm a big believer in ribs, that a rib should not cost anybody money. So it means no damage to somebody's property or anything like that. Should cost nobody money. It should cause nobody physical harm. And you have to be able to do your job the next day.
Yeah.
As long as those 3 rules are followed, I'm like, a rib's a rib. But you have to be able to do your job the next day.
Yeah.
And I myself had put myself in a situation where, yes, I'd done the single, but my job wasn't just to do the single. It was to do the single and the tag. And I couldn't do my job the next day.
But when you look back, it is then funny.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
in the moment,
It's the fact of, like, I was heel and, got the heel heat and everything in the first camp match. And then just walking out and being like, slam me and pin me. All that work earlier was for nothing now. Like, I just need to get backstage because I am dying. But no, there's loads of, people. Funny story actually then, speaking about Joey.
Yeah.
Me and Joey one time, and this is something that somebody who is not involved in wrestling wouldn't understand. In front of a lovely audience, me and Joey once for about 5 minutes had to 69 in a coffin. Yeah. And we were at Stars in Great Yarmouth, and it's me and Joey against the UK Hooligans. And it was a casket match. But what we hadn't thought about was the casket match was the main event. So, in order for me and Joey, it was a legit funeral casket. And in order for me and Joey to be able to fit in this casket, the only option was a 69. So Joey is put in the casket first. I'm then on top of Joey in a 69. The lid is then shut. And then we realise, okay, we've lost the match, we're in here. But now the crowd have to leave. And we all know that sometimes in wrestling, the crowd like to hang around for a very long time and get signatures off of everybody. To the point where one person, I believe, had asked when me and Joey were coming out to sign autographs while we are still on the stage in a casket. Just like, I remember we put my inhaler in there before the match, just like, what if we're in here and I have an asthma attack? So yeah, being able to say you were put in a coffin with your tag team partner and 69'd in a coffin for a little while. It's always a fun conversation starter.
Yeah, I think people will understand that actually.
Yeah. Oh, I got a thumbtack in my ball sack. So when we were first,
I think my balls have just gone inside me.
Yeah. When we were first doing Epic Studios, there was a big faction. This storyline had been running for a couple of years. The Midas stable versus WAW the Knights. And it was a big 5-on-5 builder's cage hardcore match to finish the feud. Elimination. And it came down to just me versus Zach and Roy. And I was taking the powerbomb into the thumbtacks from the top rope off Zach. So at this point, I wore tights and a singlet. And I am thinking, if I'm going into tacks, I'm pulling the straps down so people can see tacks in my back and blood. I don't want it covered up. If I'm doing it, I don't want it covered up. Why? Yeah, but it's not like that. A tiny bit of lycra is not going to have any impact in the pain version of it. So I was like, right, pull down the straps so that people can see it all. I roll in the ring. Tacks have been laid out. Roy gets me in back suplex position to lift me up to Zach, who's already sat on the top rope. Zach powers me up like the fucking beast that he is. But obviously, taking a top rope powerbomb, when you've got tights and a singlet on, Zach's hands are... hit the mic. Zach's hands are gripped round my waistbands. But because the singlet's down, that's my singlet waistband, my tight waistband, and my pants waistband so that he's got hold of me. But obviously, as he's jumped and I'm coming down, his hands kind of pull on the fabric a little bit, which means there's now a gap, which has now made this lovely tunnel all the way down to inside my boxers. And I take the bump. Not really, and as we've landed, obviously Zach's let go, so now there's what's come into my boxes is still in there. We've taken. There was then this big heel turn bit where I ended up going over because the ref turned heel, blah blah blah. But I take the bump, and you think kind of, oof, cool, let's carry on, get on with it. That was a bit sore. And then got to walk backstage. Mm-hmm. So I'm walking, I find myself limping. I'm like, have I burst a bollock or something? Like, it was fucking painful in my bollock. And it didn't even occur to me that anything like a thumbtack might be in there. And it was a fair little walk, like a minute's walk from backstage at the TV studios into the changing rooms. And I get there, and one of the girls that's come in, I say one of, the girl that came in to clean me up and get the tacks and stuff out of my back, I was like, can you have a look for me? Because it's... And, she was like, yeah, no worries. So I pull everything down. Like, you've got a thumbtack in you. Mm-hmm. And, it's one of the thumbtacks has made its way all the way through 3 layers, thanks to that little tunnel that was created. And the thumbtack at some point, I think it was probably when I was like... Because I took the bump and then the ref turned heel with a kendo and, like, dragged me over. I think during that turning over process is probably when that thumbtack just went straight into my ball sack.
I have a feeling the pulling it out would be worse than it going in there.
To be honest, all of the thumbtacks are. Like, actually having tacks go in isn't too bad because it's not really much different to a normal bump. It's pulling them out that's the fucking bitch. Like, every single one of... you got to think, going in, I suppose, is all at once. So it's just like, boom, done.
Yeah.
Having
like
them pulled out is like...
pull off a wax strip.
It's not nice. But yeah, there we go. There's one that I can say because it's to do with me. But yeah, thumbtack in the ball sack.
The ball tack.
Yeah, the ball tack.
One piece of advice that you would give someone who thinks about starting training wrestling, and then the best piece of advice you've ever been given.
Someone that's thinking about starting.
Yeah. So... obviously, when people walk in, they're going to get advice left, right, and centre. But we find there's a lot of people who always have that anxiety, and I think we mentioned it earlier or maybe yesterday about just hanging on and waiting and whatever, and the anxiety of trying to join.
So it's more a piece of advice about.
So, if someone wanted to, but they had that anxiety, what would you say to say, right, okay, this is wrestling, and then the best piece of advice since your beginning of your journey you've ever had? Like,
my first piece of advice would be just try it. We live once. Mm-hmm. Like, it's that simple. I always say that we all know you can't take anything with you when you die. We all know that. But maybe, if we're very, very lucky and there is something on the other side, maybe we get to keep our memories. And if we do, make the best ones possible.
Yeah.
Don't leave anything to what if. Just fucking give it. If you don't like it, cool. No one's going to make you stay in wrestling. Nobody's going to force you to stay. Like, give it a go. That would be like my thing for anyone ever thinking of doing anything.
Yeah.
Just do it. Life is so fleeting and so short. And there is so much dark and shit in the world. Why not give yourself a bit of light? Mm-hmm. My bit of advice for somebody who has just started, and I know it's like so super cliche, but it's just do your basics again and again for the first couple of years. If you have your basics down, you are safe. And that's the most important thing in wrestling. If after a match, regardless of whether you've put on a 5-star classic or the worst match in wrestling history, if you can walk backstage and go, are we both in the same condition we walked out there in? And if the answer is yes, things could always have gone worse.
Yeah.
And people not having their basics, and I'm talking super basic fundamentals, is the biggest thing that you always see of fuck ups, whether it's not knowing where or how to post, footwork, just, yes, it'll get boring, but do it again and again and again until you are so fucking bored of it.
Until it's muscle memory.
Yeah. But no, give it a go. Try it. Like, don't regret not giving it a go. But also, if it's not for you, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not everything is for everybody.
Yeah.
But and then the only other one is the 2 ears, 1 mouth.
Yeah.
Please just listen. People, you might not agree with what people have to say, but nobody's saying it for their own good when they're teaching other people. Mm-hmm. Like, if somebody is teaching you, you might not agree with it, but it's what they believe's right. Yeah. And just listen to them. Although the only other thing, actually, find a proper, established, credited school. There is a lot of horrible people out there. There's a lot of people that say they've been wrestling for 15 years and had 10 matches. Like, find a place that is known, that is trusted, people that will look after you. Yeah.
What?
We've got a school. I was literally setting you up to promote it.
I thought you were going to name someone.
No, I was fully setting you up to
What
just promote
what was the other thing you said? There was
the best bit of advice you've ever got.
Best bit of advice I've ever got.
And we get loads, obviously, over the years, but is there anything that really stands out where you go, actually, that was a light bulb moment?
Yeah, but the thing is, there's so much. There's so many. I suppose it would just be... No, it's really hard because I've been very, very lucky to have come into contact with so many people. I would say, actually, the bit that resonates, especially nowadays, most with me is, and it sounds so cliche, it's not about where you're going. It is about the journey there.
Yeah.
It's about the memories that we make on the way. I've got, with me and PJ have said, because I was on the camps with PJ from when he was very young. And we always used to say, it's not about the money, it's about the memories. Mm. Again, at the level that you can get to in England, it's not about the money. Never is. It's about those memories. And you have to enjoy every moment of it, because if you get signed by WWE, AEW, cool, but you're there. The journey's done. You can enjoy, your...
The journey's done, but the hard work starts.
Yeah, but what I mean is you can enjoy your 5 minutes of fame while you're up there, but you're never going to get that. I suppose the thing is, like, even down to setting up rings and all the really long journeys, once you're there, you're not setting up rings and doing stuff like that for them. You're going out, you're having your match, which is maybe 1 match a week, maybe 2 matches a week, if you're lucky. I know a lot of people that have got out there and actually they wrestle a lot. Like, they want a lot more money and, obviously it's a lot better lifestyle for them, but they wrestle a lot less than we wrestle, at least in England, with camps and stuff, and the amount of shows that we have available to us over here. Yeah. And they don't get that. I know a lot of people get very lonely when they're in America and get signed.
Japan as well.
Yeah.
Language barrier.
It's like, just enjoy every part of your journey, because... Take it from me, you never know when it's going to finish. You absolutely never know what that day or that match that feels like any other day, it can be your last. We all know the risks when we lace up a pair of boots.
Yeah.
Enjoy every single moment that you can, because if you don't, you'll look back and regret it. Time goes so quick.
Yeah.
So enjoy it. Have fun.
We were young once.
Love what you do. Oh, don't. I remember being like,
I'm 16, so I'm going to do a 450 today.
But I remember being 16, and I remember being like, I'm the youngest person in the car. And now I'm like, most of the time, the oldest or second oldest. And I'm like, fuck you young people. Like, you
You're
can
ready
still
solid
move. You
crit.
can still get up off the sofa without going, oh.
So this was put into context Wednesday after our juniors session. Two of the guys, well, one of the girls, one of the guys. I'm not going to mention them because of airing times and stuff. My brain can't work out time travel. But you've definitely met them both.
Right.
And she had mentioned about the age of these kids, and the fella turned around and went, you do realise most of these were born, like, you were wrestling before they were born. She was like, no. Yeah, because they start at 8, and you've been doing it 12 years.
Yeah.
So...
23-year-old lad that's wrestling now, just starting to get out on the circuit a bit. I only met him in the summer. But he comes up to me and he's like, I wanted to meet you for a while. I'm like, okay, it's always a bit weird. He's like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, I remember watching you wrestle when I was 8.
Well, you got to think, how long have you been wrestling?
This is my 16th year.
Yeah, I was born 16 years ago.
Yeah, I know, man.
So
it's really weird though when you think about, like, for me now, starting at 16 and now being 32, when I turn 33, I'll have been wrestling for longer than I've not been wrestling in my life.
I wasn't born when you started.
It's insane. It is, but I think of someone like, I was living with Zach, 14 years ago, I think now, when he comes in the house and goes, Lee, yeah, my bollocks work. Well, yeah, Courtney's pregnant. And now Hayden's like 14. And he's wrestling.
Yeah.
It blows your mind. We are old. Yesterday, getting out of the car when we went for food yesterday night, and as I got out the car, when Janine goes to me, stop selling it, thinking that I was making the noise because of my neck. It's like, no, my neck's okay. This is just because I'm old. I literally just got out the car and went,
I'm still really disliking this because I've got 10 years on you.
Yeah, but you're doing all right for it, mate.
I'm no selling. I'm not doing good.
I'm fine.
Good for you. Good for you.
This is where I fucking fuck me knee.
No, let's not go under everything will be fine today. There is going to be absolutely no need for any interference by anybody, and everything will go fine.
I might fucking just shoot. Oh, you bastard.
Don't even, or I will shoot you.
I might do that as the finish. Fuck me knee.
No.
Duck a line. Bang.
No, thank you.
We'll quick fire these because of time. I've got the sports massage to go to.
That's okay.
And I've still got to get you home somehow. So Hall of Fame person and Hall of Fame moment. They can be absolutely like truthful, or it can be just
silly.
So one person that you'd put in your personal Hall of Fame and one moment.
Do they have to be famous?
No, not at all. No, a lot of people put family members in, or their family as a one. A lot of people put their favourite actors, musicians.
We're not just talking wrestlers.
No.
Oh,
anything. So people have done. Off the top of my head, musician, because through a time in their life that music helped them. So it can be literally anything, anyone.
This is going to be like really cheesy and corny. But fuck it. Legit. I hope it's not a too widespread answer, but wrestling. Wrestling in general, it saved my life as a teenager. Legit saved my life. Gave me a purpose. It's gave me, near on 16 years of fucking incredible memories, incredible people. The journey has been, it's been my life. And wrestling, to me, especially now that I can't do it, has become, I love it even more. Now that I can't, it makes me,
you got the urge to just get back at it.
It's not just getting at it, it's just loving it as a whole. Getting to see, even when I'm going places now and helping, seminars or agenting and stuff like that, just seeing other people, the joy on their face of their first match, or the joy on their face when they try something for the first time that they didn't think they could do, and being able to share in that with them, or if it's, just being able to agent something and give ideas and see people's brains light up. And like, wrestling to me has been my entire adult life. And it's come with a lot of struggle and a lot of heartbreak and a lot of bullshit. But I couldn't change any of it for the world. Like, apart from this last year, I would not change any of it. Like, wrestling, absolutely Hall of Fame for me. Just, I know it's a super corny answer.
It's not at all.
But it's been my life.
Yeah.
It really has been.
Yeah.
And it always will be. I love this business. It's not a case of I love the moments, or I love being able to wrestle, or I love this, that. I love everything that it comes with. The ups, the downs, the easy bits, the hard bits, the struggles, I love everything about this business. And I always will love everything about this business, I think.
I think that ticks both boxes as well, doesn't it? Like, because it is moments, it is memories, it is, as a whole encompassing. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
I think I did a special and
it's
phrase.
Yeah, it does. It is, because any moment that I was to put in would be related to wrestling. If I was to think of a particular moment, it would be a wrestling related moment, because it is, well, it's always been my life since I was 16 years old.
Yeah. And something you'd blackball then. So
just from the world.
Yeah, from anything. And again, it can be totally serious, or it can be
Ready Salted Crisps.
Yeah.
Political correctness.
Yes.
Get in the bin. We were having this conversation last night. Mm-hmm. All that matters is the intent behind something. It doesn't matter if somebody uses, the wrong word or the wrong turn of phrase, or, if it wasn't meant viciously. Somebody can use the Queen's English with no swearing and rip you to shreds.
Yeah.
To the point where there's nothing left of your ego or personality, because they've destroyed you. Or they can use a couple of non-PC words, but explaining something that they love about you. They just didn't use the correct terminology. Like, fuck political correctness. It is...
We need common sense, and...
It's just the intent. Like, don't hurt people. It is common sense. Do not hurt people. Do not offend people on purpose.
Don't be an arsehole.
No, just let everybody...
That's normally a sign-off thing.
Yeah, but it's true. It is true. Political correctness is like, how about we just use some common sense, some common dignity, and just share a bit of love around, rather than hate. Like, because otherwise we're hating on people for not using the correct words, when actually their intentions could be the best thing in the world, and all that's doing is adding more hate.
Yep.
Let's start just having a bit more love.
Agree. And finally, anything you'd like to plug before we sign out?
God, should I say my butt?
I was literally about to make that.
That's why I thought I would say it first.
On the verge of making the...
That's why I wasn't going to let you get in there.
Yeah, you heard me giggle twice.
Anything, like, legit, it would just be British wrestling. Like, if you're listening to this, I'm going to assume that you're somewhat interested in wrestling. Go and see. It doesn't matter whether it is your grassroots small shows, whether it's medium-sized shows, whether it's like pro indie, like your Rev Pro, or TNT, or anything, any kind of show. If it's wrestling and it's near you and you like it, go and watch it. You're going to
see undiscovered gems everywhere.
Yeah, and it just helps the business as a whole. You turning up means so much more than I think people realise to wrestlers.
Yeah.
And since COVID, everything's a bit shit. Nothing's recovered 100%. And just give a bit of love to your grassroots stuff. Like, if you don't like it, cool. don't go back. But just have a look. There
Give
is
it a
wrestling
crack,
near
yeah.
you. I don't care where you are. The arse end of
there's-
nowhere. There is wrestling.
Yeah, there's. I think I said this the other day. There is good wrestling in nearly every city now.
There is definitely
There's also
wrestling
bad
in every
wrestling.
single
There's
city.
There's definitely some really bad wrestling. But just going on that, I don't think fans
you're
always
not-
realise how much it means when you buy pictures or stickers or T-shirts from wrestlers.
I
as
have
well.
known, and I won't name names because I'm not going to embarrass anyone, but I've known wrestlers that literally have relied on whatever I make on my merch table is how much I have for food tonight.
Yeah.
That it's not a rib. It's in order for people that want to pursue it properly and, you know, stop their everyday job and go, right, I'm going to try this properly.
Yeah.
That is the sacrifices they make. And it is a case of if they don't make money and they haven't got somebody around them that goes, come on, I'll get you something to eat tonight, they don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Give it a go, you know, and it's, yeah, just support your grassroots wrestling as much as you support the big leagues because it all helps the business.
And it's a lot cheaper for you to go and watch as well.
It is cheaper to go and watch, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
And I would safely say value for money.
Yes.
Like, you're getting the same value for money. You know, I've obviously travelled around with the ring. I've travelled around as a performer. I've travelled around just to go and support friends or go and see friends who run companies. And if I can sit down, quite often I will get, oh, can you just watch this and give me a bit of feedback? But if I can sit down, I feel like you're getting just as good. You know, you might not get all the glitz and glamour, but you are getting just as good entertainment at the majority of wrestling.
I've always said that because we all know some people in the big leagues aren't great wrestlers, but they were in the right place at the right time. And whether they are WWE or whether they are Fight Factory, we all do exactly the same job. Literally, we do the same job. They're just on more money.
Yeah.
Most of those big people in the big leagues, a week, 2 weeks before their debut matches in the big leagues, they were in a town hall somewhere doing exactly what we're doing.
Yep.
So
There's even stories of some of them putting a mask on just so they can do a last few British dates. Well, they're not supposed to.
never heard of that.
So yeah, I think that's a great thing to plug. To be fair, that's amazing. So we've done just over 2 hours in total. It won't be 2 hours long, I don't think. But just to say a massive thanks for coming down and supporting Body Slams and
Thank you
just
for
being
having
you
me,
as
man.
well. Like,
Thank you for supporting me throughout this year. Like, I love you guys. I really do. It's if anything, wrestling friends. If anything, this has taught me a bit more to be a bit more proactive on what you were saying about earlier. Where we meet a lot of people in the business that we don't, and it's not, you know, practical for me to come up and see you guys every month. But actually, England's not that big, and just being able to come up occasionally and see you guys and hang out, and it's fantastic. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for being you. All you guys. I love you
I'm an
guys.
arsehole.
Pricks.
Fucking ready salted wankers.
Yeah. Fucking bland.
So down
I
to
thought you
to
were loading up the nastiest fucking bitch.
Oh, mate, no. You don't deserve that. You do not deserve that. If you were a wrestling company, mate, you'd be fucking LDN.
Oh, we named him.
I don't understand that reference.
You will when I explain off air.
Okay.
Down to you to sign out.
Don't be knobheads. I don't know when Body Slams is going on demand, but I know this is getting uploaded after the show's finished, so I'm assuming it'll be somewhat soon. Go watch it, because
It will be late because of surgery.
we'll be like, well, there
I've
you
had
go.
surgery.
Have you at this point?
Yeah,
I don't know. Why are we doing this time travel gimmick? I'm wrestling today. He's wrestling today. Lee's not, unfortunately. See you whenever we do this again. Like, 5 stars, subscribe, all that shit. I can't remember half of it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, even he joined in. Fucking hell. Where's the clap? Fucking clapping.
Got the clap.
Unplug that battery.
Have I been talking too much?
No, I forgot to charge the batteries. It's on charge there, look.
Okay, fucking hell. How do I take this shit out?
That's where I'll put a
You
Moose
don't.
Juice advert in.
Moose juice. Everybody loves it. Moose juice. Everybody loves the juice. Go get juiced now.
In.
Don't push it around like that.
Ma.
There's a power button on the side,
Oh, so the-
closest to us.
Oh, shit, I pushed the wrong one there. Bollocks.
So if it wasn't on, then it doesn't matter. Nothing will happen.
On. Card video recording. Don't know what that means. I'm just gonna push.
Don't go full retard.